Hello and welcome back. It is November 7th, 2 days after the election. Donald Trump's the winner. And as a result, a lot of women are deciding to do 4B. A movement started in Korea, which was to help, push a certain, it's a in description of what 4B is, a radical feminist movement in which they have 4 rules. No sex, no dating, no children, no marriage. Here in the United States, people are quote unquote worried that women here are going to start trying to do the 4B movement here. And because as a protest for Kamala not winning the election, which I might go into that too, which is hilarious when you start breaking down a lot of stuff involved with that. But as for right now, the 4B movement is going to be hilarious to watch in the United States for multiple reasons. One, the rules are probably not going to be the same. You're going to have some who are going to do it properly. The no sex, no marriage, no dating, no children. Some of them are going to do it purely through. And those are the ones either have one or two things going on with them. Either A, they weren't seeing any of that stuff to begin with. They are known what is known as a femcel. So they weren't getting any action to begin with. They weren't communicating with others. And then you got the ones who actually believe what they say. They believe what they preach, and they're 100% going to do it no matter what. Unfortunately, the movement's going to fall apart probably within a few weeks, if not months. I give them at least 6 months at most before majority have given up. And this is going to sound extremely sexist, which it probably is, honestly. I do not believe that the average woman who's going to participate in 4B fully comprehend the amount of loneliness they're about to endure and put upon themselves. The no marriage part, fine. A lot of people, most people in the United States, not just women, most people just don't get married in the United States anymore. The numbers are dropped significantly for people getting married. The no children, that's fine. A lot of women don't want children for quite a few years anyway. Gonna be an issue for those who are nearing the end of their ability to have children. They might go a little bit insane from that. The no dating, okay, fine, no dating. They'll just do one night stands. The no sex part is gonna cripple the movement. The reason I say that is incels is where the mind of the average men with probably autism kicks in and makes the incels the superheroes of this movement. If this was men doing it, knock it out of the park, because majority of the ones doing it were already incels and weren't having any relations anyway. The amount of mental torture, emotional damage, and just sheer loneliness an incel feels during a period of time when they simply cannot date, whether for work or anything else like that, is crushing. I know, because looking back on part of my life, I would have been considered an incel. From 2012 to about 16, 17. I either A, wasn't dating anyone because I felt like I couldn't due to my job not letting me having a goal I never met, or just not having any luck. Or B, it was me trying to date someone and being either ghosted, or we do 1 or 2 dates and then that's it. That's it. That they don't even talk to me anymore. Yeah, things happen. A lot of things happen. But the amount of loneliness during all that time was soul crushing. this 4B movement, yeah, you're protesting the results of an election. You doing this is not going to change the results of the election, unfortunately. Any woman who does this, they're doing it purely just to think, they're doing it because they believe it's going to change something that it cannot change. There's a delusional aspect tied to this, and unfortunately, the ones who believe that this is going to do something are already too far gone. A lot of the ones who are going to be doing this movement, 100%, I believe, are more than likely not receiving any attention from the opposite sex, at least the sex they're attracted to. And so this declaration of, hey, we're not going to interact with you in these 4 ways. Okay? That's fine. Unfortunately for the movement, a lot of the ones who already don't interact with men aren't going to be interacted with to begin with. There's something about them that men do not find attractive for them to want to engage. It doesn't have to be appearance, doesn't have to be looks, doesn't have to be appearance or looks. It doesn't have to be anything else on the outside. It could be simply the fact that you... But no, I'm sure there's a better word to say this, but you're just a bitch. There are people who are just a bitch, and that no one wants to interact with them because they're a bitch. And I'm sure you've met people who are like that. You try talking to them, and it's just mind-numbing, just how much you don't want to talk to them anymore. Simple stuff. But yes, the 4B movement's going to fall apart within a few months because majority of the women supporting the movement, who are participating in the movement, are going to give up when they realize they can't have their one-night stands. They can't go out and find someone to support them because technically that's dating. And they're just going to, reform it into, oh, we can actually have sex, we just can't, commit to it or anything else like that. Or rules going to be added to it, basically destroying what the 4B movement actually is. The rules for it. Either the rules are going to change to where it doesn't match up at all, or it's just going to fall apart. But yes, that's my opinion of the 4B movement and people saying they're going to do it. You're not mentally prepared enough. You're not mentally prepared to do it. You will not be mentally prepared to do it. I'm sure I could find studies that show that men handle isolation a little bit better than women because we just shut down the emotional part of our brain entirely. We do. That's something we do. That's something my wife complains about, is that when I'm staring at something to focus on something, I shut down emotionally to focus on the thing I'm working on. She hates it. She yells at me. We have fights over it. But that's just what happens. And yes, it does go back to the whole emotional creature thing. Women are more compassionate and are more receptive to relationships that are just any form of relationship. Men will form relationships and we're fine with it. If it ends, yeah, we could be screwed up over it, but isolation, we would be fine in. So yeah, if you're a psychologist or a therapist, get ready in a few months as you deal with a lot of mainly young women coming into your office with various loneliness issues and probably an increase in depression. Have a good one. Bye.